Hi everyone, this is Absolution here, and today I would like to share the progress on my Crusader build. Last week I uploaded a video which showcased the strengths of Thorns on a Crusader, and today I would like to go a little more in depth on the build. What I like about this build is that you do not need the harder to find torment only legendaries to make it effective. You can do with almost any weapon and armor you find, and then you can adapt once you find better upgrades. The main points that I would like to discuss are the skills that I find are necessary for this build, and then we will be moving on to the gear that you should be looking for or aiming for. You can see here that I have 26,000 thorns damage. It is not very much, and I could possibly find better pieces of equipment to raise it over 30,000 or 40,000 thorns damage, but this damage paired with my iron skin reflective skin skill deals around 28 million to 30 million damage to my attackers whenever I activate it. Now, to take a look at the skills needed for this build, let's take a look first at the passives. First, and most importantly, you will need the Iron Maiden passive, which will grant you a great boost to your Thorns damage. The rest of the passives, I will leave it to your preference, but I would like to showcase the ones that I'm using. The second passive I use is Holy Cause, because it grants you 10% additional holy damage and a little bit of healing, which is nice. Next, I use Heavenly Strength. This passive is necessary if you want to wield a two-handed weapon. If not, you can choose any other passive of your preference. And last, I use Finery, which grants my character additional 70 strength per socketed gem in my equipment. I currently have 6 gems on my gear, so it grants me a boost of 420 strength. Let's move on to the skills that you need for this build to make it effective. The most important skill is Iron Skin with the Reflective Skin rune. As I mentioned before, it deals a great deal of damage, and the advantages to this skill do not end there. You will also be immune to crowd control effects, meaning that Frozen or Jailer cannot impair your movement, and you can also use it to break from crowd control effects as well. In addition to this, you receive 50% less damage while this skill is active, and you can use your enemy elite affixes against them, such as Frozen, Electricity Orbs, and Reflect damage. The next skill that I find it's necessary for this build is Provoke with the Charged Up rune. I do not really see any use for the other Provoke runes. Charged Up will deal an additional 50% weapon damage as lightning to all of the enemies effective, and will also help you recharge your wrath pretty quickly. The next skill will be Accurate Champion with the Rally rune. While on Accurate Champion state, you benefit from wrath regeneration and attack speed. Plus, the Rally rune has a 50% chance to reduce the cooldown of your other skills by 1 second. If you pair this with the Shield of Jekenborg and Blessed Shield with Shattering Blow, you will find yourself spamming all of your skills while on Accurate Champion. As for the rest of the skills, I will leave those to your preference and to the equipment that you may come while playing. As you can see, I have Condemned with the Unleashed rune. This is because my Crusader is currently wielding the Blade of Prophecy, which makes all of the enemies affected by Condemned to also unleash an explosion. I'm also using Blessed Shield with Shattering Blow because I found the Jekenborg shield. I would really recommend you to spend some charts on shields with Kadala, since this shield really synergizes really good with your Champion of Accurate Rally. Now let's move on to the gear. As I mentioned before, there is no specific gear that you need to make this build effective. As you can see from my Crusader, since you can find pieces of equipment that have Thorns damage quite easily. I would recommend you to craft 2 pieces of the Demon Skin set, because you will get an additional 6,000 fire thorns added to your damage. And it is one of the easiest pieces of equipment to craft. since the material required is really easy to farm. I am currently using, as you can see, the black Thorn gear, which is not one of the best armors and inputs, but I got a pretty good roll on it, and I was able to roll Thorn's damage on it. Once I find a better upgrade, I will definitely change it, but this is only to showcase that you do not need the better equipment to make this build work. I am currently playing at Torment 4 and I do not have any problems playing at this difficulty. I really would like to thank you very much for watching my video. If you like the content on my channel, please follow and subscribe, and please let me know what you think and share your own Crusader builds on the comments below. You can also follow me on my stream at twitch.tv/SeñorAbsolution. And now I will leave you with some gameplay footage.